Greetings and salutations. Welcome to Mad Tinkerer Gaming with me, Mad Tinkerer. Now, as you know, I've been off and on here for a little bit. I'm trying to get things settled back down. We've been working a lot. I've been actually off this past week because I had a foot issue going on. So I can sit here comfortably in front of the camera and do a video now. But I wanted to make a decent video. So I went through and I picked out what I thought might be interesting for you guys. And for me, I wanted to put up here something that people always are wanting to know. I mean, most people are free-to-play players. I have to give it that. Most people are. Now, you're going to have the top 10% that are like whales beyond my belief and, just impossible to catch up to. But then there are people that are also like little mini dolphins, that will spend a little money here and a little money there. And that's really good. I mean, it keeps the business going. It helps pay for other people that do free-to-play. And, I mean, it's a good system. I myself have even purchased things. A lot of times I wait for like birthdays, ask for Google Play cards, stuff like that. But then I spend it in the game because I enjoy the game. Now, I wanted to make a list of characters that were buy-it-only characters. Stuff that you could only get through a purchase. And they haven't yet found their way to I guess, nodes in your campaign events, things like that. So this was the list that I'd come up with. And I'm going to put them down in an order so that you all can see it. And then I'm going to go over sale purchases that they have currently on here. Now today is Friday the 13th, March 2020. So we're going to go through this, and my list will be different than yours, I'm sure. They put different things up. But these are the limited time offers they've got for the Friday the 13th and the Pi Day, the 3.145 day. So they've done these limited time offers for these things. Now, when I went through here, I wanted to list characters that aren't only at the very end of the game and characters that I feel are useful for most mid-game players as well. That's why some of these I've ranked a little differently. But I'll go ahead and I'll show you on my screen. I'll click on my roster. And we can go through here and I'll bring up the characters that I have that I think most people can benefit from. Now, number one on my list, and this might be odd because it's not truly in-game. Everybody's after black bolts and everybody's after, really big characters. But she is still currently only a buy it now character. And she makes the top of my list. There's several reasons. I mean, she does have good synergy. She's very useful in U7. Even if you're not in U7, you can make a team once you get your Ultron and Minerva, Scientist Supreme around her. So she's really useful. Minerva, for me, is a solid buy it now character. So if you have money and you want to sink stuff into it, she's probably my number one investment that I would put money into. Now, that is because she's also part of the BKT team, and if you're mid-level and you're just now hitting like U6, things of this nature, she will carry you very far through this. Okay, now my second choice was originally going to be someone other than I picked, but there has been a recent change. It's going to be coming very soon. So I dropped her off this list. I was going to pick Hela for number 2 because she's really strong. She boosts your Asgardian. She's just an amazing character. But she is going to be getting, after you read the new blog, she's going to be in Villain 7.6. So she's going to have her own blog, so she no longer fits the criteria for this. So my third pick was Mr. Sinister. Now, people might be like, oh, there are other characters that are better than Mr. Sinister. Yeah, there are. But he's a game changer. You have his clone ability in a game, and he's really fun to play with. He makes stuff happen when he clones Phoenix, when he clones Ultron, when he clones their Captain Marvel. Shoot, I've been in a game where I cloned him and then used the clone to clone a Phoenix. So you're just getting extra value out of extra value. Mr. Sinister is really good. Plus, he heals mutants. You don't really have a lot of heal power in the mutants currently. Beast isn't out. When Beast hits, I see Mr. Sinister dropping back a little bit. But for right now, I believe Mr. Sinister is a very good character. That's why I'm going to put him up at my number 2 spot. Also, he is relatively cheap to build up. I mean, I'm still working on mine, but he's going to be cheaper and faster to get into stuff like Dark Dimensions 3, and he's a very solid character. My third character is somebody that, even though they've been around for a while, Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel, I mean, I know she has been putting orbs for a while now, but the drop rates on her are really, really low, in my opinion. I mean, I don't get a lot of her. I just now got mine to 5 stars and barely got a few extra. And she's a character that's been around a while. I wish she would get her own node sometime or be put in a store, but you know, they have to keep some money makers back, and she's one of the more powerful ones out there. She is a complete game changer, especially if you get her high red stars. She's my number 3 spot because she's like a one-man army to herself. Some people might interchange her with Mr. Sinister. That's fine. She deserves to be in the top 3 no matter what. And then after these, I went and I started thinking there's going to be a change coming, guys. And some of these characters are going to be stuff that I'm a little bit skeptical about, but I believe they are God tier level players right now and are sought after. This girl right here, Yo-Yo. I have not sunk anything into her because I don't have Black Bolt yet. But if you have Black Bolt, Yo-Yo is probably one of the best characters in the game paired with Black Bolt. She also runs, I believe, in most lineups, Hela in there too. So it goes without saying, if you can just put them together, you're going to get good synergy with it. She's one of the ones that I would rank as a valuable purchase. She's not in any nodes yet, so she is definitely a buy me now. Then when I was looking at this, after reading the upcoming events, I changed my mind about a couple of characters. I believe that Spider-Man Symbiote deserves to be up here. But it's a little awkward how some of these have flowed together. You know, like Minerva, Mr. Sinister, Captain Marvel, Yo-Yo. I didn't really think Spider-Man Symbiote should be quite this high. But when you look at the thing is, he's really good in the in-game content of Dark Dimensions 3. The Spider-Man team, he does amazing things for that. So that's one reason I did stick him at 5. He's my iffy. He might be like a 6 or a 7. I don't have mine high enough yet to really truly evaluate him. But he is a very purchasable piece. You can't get him any other way right now. So getting him up here and being able to actually build him up to a good high level as a free-to-play player is going to be really hard to do. But he is one of the better ones I feel to sink money into. So for that reason alone, he's at a 5. For me, it would be because, you know, he's great in Dark Dimensions 3. Now, I haven't sunk any money into this one because, well, I don't have money to sink into him right now. I need to work some extra overtime, I guess, if I'm going to afford any of this stuff that's coming out. But he is my number 5. Now, my number 6 is another odd selection. People are talking to me, you know, and in my alliance anyway, and I was asking them. But I'm going to go with Crystal, my number 6 choice. And the reason is because you're going to have a new legendary coming up. And this legendary is built on Inhumans. Now, the Inhumans have to be at 5 stars or greater to unlock this guy. His name's Ebony Maw. He's the legendary that's going to be part of the new Thanos team. So, I'm hedging a bet here. That's why I put her up at 6. That and the fact that she's a very powerful part of the Inhumans team. She's one of the best damagers that they're going to have. So buying her now might save you a little bit of pain and anguish later on when you're really trying to get Ebony Maw. That's why I've ranked her up higher. This all came from me reading the new blog, which I'll delve into that a little bit as well. So she became my number 6. After that, my number 7 is Cyclops. Now, he's one of those iffy choices that I like because, well, I like the X-Men. I still think they are probably the best team in the game, and he had so much damage to it. And right now you see him in arena levels with just Phoenix, Colossus, Helm, and then you throw in Ultron and somebody like Juggernaut, and it just goes ballistic. Or Mr. Sinister and Juggernaut, or Mr. Sinister and Colossus, and it goes ballistic. I mean, he's tearing stuff up. He doesn't have a very sustainable aspect, so you do have to sink a lot into him to build him up. Mine right now is relatively weak. He dies pretty quickly when I do him in arena matches. But overall, he does boost the team damage. He's a monster for AoE. So that's one of those reasons I believe he's my number 7 choice. And number 8, even though I don't like this choice, I have to be honest, this is purely motivated by foresight. This is purely motivated by me trying to get into doing the next level. Karnak. You can't get him any other way. So 3 out of my 10 purchases are your Inhumans. Karnak, Crystal, Yo-Yo. Okay, they're the viable ones that you're going to have. And they're only by nows. I mean, they are supposed to be coming. They have announced that there will be another Black Bolt in mid-April, and they're going to be putting some of these Inhumans out in different stores and things like that, but they're not there yet. So to just make it easier, trying to get these guys to 5 stars relatively quickly, maybe a purchase or 2 might be needed, because to get to Ebony Maw, you need them at 5-star level. Now, I'm not saying you might want to go higher with Karnak. I mean, you might just want to get it to unlock Ebony Maw. But Yo-Yo and Crystal are definitely worthwhile. Karnak is like the worst one of the bunch, but still, to get to Ebony Maw in the future, you need the Inhumans. So that's why I put him up here, but he's low on my list. He's number 8. Number 9, for me, I'm going to go back here to somebody that I feel I haven't invested enough time in. I feel like this group is really good, and I just haven't been able to sink much into it. Let's find it down here. Supernatural. All right. My 9 and 10 spots are Supernatural, Ghost Rider, and Elsa, respectively. And I wanted to do these as 9 and 10 because I feel like they are an amazing combo together when you have them on the field with the rest of the Supernatural team. And the rest of the Supernatural team, for most people who have been playing a long time, even the free-to-play players that have played a long time, they've earned those characters up relatively high, like 6 and 7 shards. So you don't have to worry about those. But Ghost Rider and Elsa are only buyables. They're not in any shards yet. They're not anywhere else to go to. So it's kind of a bit awkward for me to say these are the 2 best ones to purchase. There are others that I think have just as much reason to be at that, but I put these in here because this is a team that I kind of want to build up, and I think they have the potential to be a really successful team at the mid-level stages. But like I said, these are just buy it now characters. Some honorable mentions for me out of my top 10 were Coulson, because he's one of the best defensive guys out there. But I mean, once you get him up so high, just sticking him into a team, you can gear him up good. And he's not I have to continually buy him now. Eventually he'll come into a store or something like that, and you can start purchasing him. And I believe that will happen sooner than later. So I'm kind of skeptical on him. The big one for me is Thanos. He's an honorable mention, and partly because you're going to have the new team coming out. I'll go into that here in a minute. Everybody else, other than those, are just, they're at your leisure. The other ones that I have still possibly listed are Ironheart, Strife, Toad, and Blob. So when you're looking at those, there's not a whole lot out there that's not buyable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There's 16 total. So And Red Skull is coming, so he might be a buyable option. If he is buyable, he will move up in ranking very quickly because I think he's going to be better than Coulson. Definitely up there, so I guess he might be another honorable mention. So Coulson, Thanos, and Red Skull, if they pop up, they're worth buying, especially with foresight in mind, knowing that Hydra is probably going to be one of the best war defenses out there, and knowing that Thanos is going to be one of the best arena builds. Those are incentives for you. Now, I wanted to talk about what I'd seen in the blogs. Now, Red Skull is going to be coming. He's a villain, a global biocontroller Hydra guy, right? He summons 3 minions. If you have other Hydra minions with him, he gets like super crazy. It's like 8 charges and gets to not take any damage. Anytime one of those guys dies, he revives them instantly and just loses a charge for it. So, I mean, it's going to be really hard to beat Hydra, especially if you get him and you put effort into him. So, as I said, again, if he is buyable, probably one of my big choices to purchase. They are having a 4-leaf blitz coming, so you get to earn Clover Shard or Clover Orb fragments, and when they open them up, they're going to be characters that are either green or wearing green, with the exception of the Hulk. They're not going to include him in that, I don't believe. Plus, you get 40,000 gold for each orb you open. Possibly worth it. And the Blob Blitz will be coming back. That was listed in their blog. The villains nodes that are going to be open up, I don't know if they're open up currently. Let me check. They are not here yet, but the villains 7 nodes with this next update that'll be coming, you're going to have some requirements for them, so that's not too bad. Villains 7 1 through 3 is going to be Sinister Six, Hydra, or AIM. 7-3 will give you superior basic catalysts. Villains 4 through 6 are going to be Mystic based, so you have to have Mystic guys to go into it. But this is where you're going to get Hela. 7-6 will give you Hela shards to farm. So having a strong Mystic team to go in there right now might be a pretty good thing to start pushing towards. 7-9 is where you're going to get Rescue. And it's just 7 through 9 or any villains. There's no limitation, just any villains. So you'll probably actually have a better shot to get Rescue than some of the Hela stuff going on. It just depends whether you built up Sinister Six, AIM, or Hydra. So that being said, that was one of the big news on the Villains campaign that will be coming, Villain 7. Releasing in the next 2 updates is going to be the Thanos team. So probably within the next month. You're going to have Proxima Midnight, Corvus Glaive, Cull Obsidian, and the new legendary Ebony Maw. And it requires Black Bolt and your 4 Inhumans at least 5 stars or higher. That's why I'm saying right now my buy list kind of changed. The buy it now characters that I ranked, I mean, they're not the best characters in the world, but they're needed for something. And Yo-Yo is God tier character. Crystal is one of the best damagers out there, and the Inhumans team, as long as you have Black Bolt, is wrecking people. So it's worth the investment anyway if you have the money to spend. Now, this is not a free-to-play guide here, so I know that the free-to-play players might listen to this and just bounce over it. Black Bolt will be coming back mid-April. The legendary event should be mid-April. The Marvel Strike Force anniversary, birthday, whatever you want to call it, will be coming up soon with new giveaways and things of that nature. There's supposed to be a 2 times Mr. Fantastic shard opening that will be dropping soon for 24 hours. So that will help bring up Mr. Fantastic, who's a little bit harder to get than the other ones now that they're in stores. So I think that covers everything that I read in the blog and what I feel are the top 10 characters. So, the top 10 buy it now characters anyway. So that's what I'm listing. The top 10 buy it nows are Minerva, Mr. Sinister, Captain Marvel, Yo-Yo, Spider-Man Symbiote, Crystal, Cyclops, Karnak, Ghost Rider, and Elsa. The honorable mentions for me, of course, Coulson, Thanos, and if Red Skull comes out as a buy it now, Red Skull. He should bump up in that listing. Characters that are going to be coming that were in my list originally were Hela and Rescue. they're going to be having their own nodes now. So the expanse has been closing down. The buy-only characters are closing in. And I think this Fix MSF movement has helped do that. I think they've listened, so they're releasing these characters and cutting down the buy it nows. So anyway, that's my list. And I wanted to show you some of these offers here, these limited time offers, and how I would view them as they are a good or not good purchase. Now, with this one right here, it's $19.99. That's a lot of money for most people to just chunk into a game. But normally you're paying $19.99 for 1,580 cores anyway. This one is one that has value to it. You're going to get 2 premium orbs. You're going to get 2 red star orbs. You're going to get 2 misadventure orbs with your shot at toads. You're going to get 2 Sinister 6 orbs, which is useful to boost up so you can get your invisible woman, and a blob orb. So it's going to help try to curb some stuff and get you things more for your Brotherhood and your Sinister 6. So that one I feel is good. This one right here at $9.99, this one I don't like. I mean, it does get you a blob orb, and it gets you a premium orb, and it does get you 3 gold orbs. But I mean, this is in-game currency. This is just electronic data. You can earn, I think somebody was saying you get close to like 1.2 to 1.4 million gold a day. When you buy this right here, these 6 orbs might get you 500,000. If you're just taking basic odds, 500,000. That's what you're going to get. Every once in a while, you'll have somebody get a 1 million orb or a 3 million orb, or maybe, I mean, you might even get the 5 and 7 millions. I mean, I'm not saying you don't, but the chances are not very high. And for 450 mega orb fragments, which is nothing in the mega orb world, spending $10 a pop on this is not worth it to me. And this one right here, the mega orb fragments, this does get you a mega orb, but so what? $14.99, not a good buy for me. This one right here, definitely not a good buy for me. I mean, you're getting a gold orb, not even a full gold orb, not even a full mega orb, and you're getting 3 premium orb fragments, and they're going to charge you $9.99. Look right up here, guys. Gold. Gold is the cut point. If you are going to sink $9.99 in, this one's the one you want. Gold is your cut point, not opening shards. Gold. You're going to have shards and shards and shards out your butt later on, mid-game. And you're not going to have gold to do anything with. I'm going to show you my roster right now. And I will show you the checkpoints that I'm hitting at right here. Star rank progress. Alright, now once we get out of my little sections I'm trying to farm here, Namor's ready to go. Thing, I can take him up twice. Kingpin, Reaper, Bullseye, Ant-Man, I can take him up twice. Miss Marvel, Human Torch, Ravager Boomer, I'm going to have like 154 extra shards of him. Scarlet Witch, I can almost take her up twice. Rescue, Black Panther, I can take Killmonger up twice. Researcher, Hawkeye, Stitchers, M'Baku, Wasp, Mercenary Soldier, Aim Security, Crystal, I can take her up to 5 stars, which is good. I need that. Strife, who I've not really worked on very well, but I need to probably work some into him. Hydra Scientist, I can almost take him up twice. Researcher, or Hand Archer, Hydra Rifle Trooper, I can take him up twice. The Snipers, Assaulters, Infectors, Grenadiers, Armored Guards, all these guys, I can take them up. And then these guys down here aren't very far behind. So, I mean, over half of my roster is just waiting on gold, or to be a character that I feel is worth me sinking my gold into. Gold is the key, guys. So when you're over here and you're looking at your offers and you see a $9.99 that's got gold in it, it is better than a $9.99 that has a premium orb in it. This is a absolutely wasted offer. Just saying. Crystal here for $30. If I didn't already have her at 5 stars, might be a purchase, as long as it's going to get me to the 5-star level. I believe that's the key point. Spider-Man Symbiote. This is a bit pricey for me. Now, it does throw in a gold orb It does throw in training orbs, but $35 for Spider-Man Symbiote. I know he is the newest character. I know he is used highly in Dark Dimensions 3. He does make your Super Spider-Man level go up. He is one that I do recommend purchasing if you are going to make a purchase, but this is too steep for me. This should be like the same as her, or she should be like $24.99 and he should be $29.99. I don't think you should be spending half the price of a complete video game on shards. But if you have the money, this is probably one of them to purchase. This is a shot in the dark. I don't ever like the shot in the darks if it doesn't have an actual shard number on here for something. I do not like buying these because I might be needing Shocker orbs and Green Goblin orbs, and all I'm going to get with this is Vulture and Rhino. It's not worth it. Mr. Fantastic, once again, he's really good, but he has his own node. Once he has his own node, not worth it for me to make a purchase. I can farm. I'm patient. So those are the offers that I wanted to show you to. If a character has a node, I typically won't buy it unless it's a situation that comes up where this guy is needed for this legendary event. I'm like 30 shards away, and this is offering me 45 of them. That might be a purchasable thing. But with his own node and him not being a legendary guy, just farm him. Farm him. Free to play guys, farm him. Farm the hell out of him. Now, with that being said, I'm just going to get out of here. I have been farming recently. Show you my list of farms. I am farming the Shield Medic just because I need one more shield guy at level 7 to 7-star my Iron Man, and I believe he might be important a little bit later on with new Ironheart coming out. I need to get my defenders up, and Iron Fist is the last one to hit 7. Minerva, I just love Minerva. She's pretty good. Doctor Strange is an iffy one for me. Now I've been farming these other guys here, trying to get them up to tier 14. So let me just click that back on default. And I'm doing okay. I'm one away from Sabretooth. So, but I don't have enough superior molecular cloth to do anything. And I don't think it's available in the stores right now. And even if it is, I don't have money or gold to buy it. I have managed to get both Phoenix and Scientist Supreme to tier 14. So I got 3 more to go before I can enter, and we'll see what we can get here later. But in the meantime, I just wanted to wish everybody well. I'm back. I'm going to try to make a couple of videos over the course of the week. I hope you enjoyed this video on if you do decide to purchase, which characters are worth purchasing. Like I said, Minerva's at the top of my list, but that's because she's a super mid-level character, and she will be playable all through U6 in BKT. Very highly sought after character in BKT. Thanos is an honorable mention. He's used in BKT for me. Plus, he's going to be changing here once you get the new release of his team, the Black Hand. So I just feel like Minerva's a good one up there. If you have different thoughts on better characters to put in there that are buy it now only characters, or if you disagree with the rankings, you can put them in the comments. I don't mind at all. I like constructive criticism, and maybe your viewpoint on it is better than my viewpoint on it. I don't mind missing out on that. So, anyway, thank you all for watching. If you've enjoyed this, give me a thumbs up to know that you all are enjoying the content I'm putting out. Subscribe, please. Hit that bell icon so you know when I do put out another video. And share me. Share me to your friends. Post a blog up, hey, check this new guy out, something. Whatever it takes. I'm only on YouTube right now, and I use my own little Facebook account just for personal stuff. But please, put some stuff in here. Give me some advice. Give me some guidance. Stuff that you might like to see. And I'll keep putting out video content as I can. Now, I hope you all have a good evening or morning, whatever time it is for you. But I'm going to get out of here, so I'll see you later. Bye.